Okay, I think we have most of the attendees in the hall. I'm sure we're expecting more to come, and we will make sure that they are welcomed. But in all respects, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today. It is an absolute pleasure to be here addressing such an enterprising TKMC audience, enterprising in all respects, right? You know, if I may recall a quote from Michael Dell, chairman, founder, and CEO of Dell, quote unquote, he once said, "If you think you're the smartest person in the room, please make sure you invite smarter people to the room or find another room. I can assure you, this is the room to be this afternoon. We have some of the smartest and most enterprising entrepreneurs that have passed through the corridors of TKMC Engineering College in Kollam. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the TKMCE UAE Alumni, it gives me no greater pleasure to welcome you all to this first ever BIZNET 2022. This is the first business networking event that the TKMCE Alumni UAE chapter is holding. And it is a matter of, in fact, absolute pride that many of our engineers, both current and past, have made some incredibly successful forays into business in various capacities. And many today are industry leaders in their own rights. We thought that this would be a perfect platform for us to showcase, understand their domains of success, celebrate them, but also for them to inspire many of the aspiring entrepreneurs who are amongst this fold. You know, we all want to be, you know, the brave folks who venture into business, but there are a few who have taken that step forward and have made some incredible success out of their, you know, the momentum they created for themselves. And we want to learn from them as well. So thank you for being here today. Well, today doesn't, in fact, represent the entire span of global TKMC alumni entrepreneurs. This is a first attempt. We have primarily a majority of entrepreneurs from the Middle East, but in the years to come, we hope to expand this to cover borders across international boundaries. With that, and I don't want to steal any more of the thunder to come, I wanted to make sure that we could kick off this event. I'm going to welcome some of our distinguished guests on stage. Let me start with the president of the TKMC Alumni UAE chapter, Mr. Nujum Nawaz. May I welcome you on stage, please? Thank you, Nujum. May I request Alia, daughter of Mr. Nujum Nawaz, to present him with a bouquet to welcome him, please. Next is the CEO of Wiseoft Solutions, Mr. Saji Nair, who is also the event coordinator for Business 2022. Please give him a big round of applause, please, and welcome Mr. Saji. Thank you for driving this event from concept to where we are today. Founder member, past president, and advisory board member of the TKMC Alumni UAE chapter, Mr. D. Chandran, who is also the patron of today's event, BIZNET 2022. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. I'm delighted to welcome our respected principal of TKMC Engineering College, who has been always a leading guide for all of us, Dr. Shahul Hamid, sir. Please. Thank you for joining us, sir. We're pleased to have Dr. Ashfaq Abdul Wahid, the Dean of Student Affairs and Foreign Student Affairs from TKM College of Engineering. Thank you, sir, for joining us here today. a good friend and always a great supporter of TKMCE Alumni UAE Chapter's activities, Dr. Sudhir Abdul Rashid, who is the Dean of Alumni Affairs for TKM College of Engineering. Thank you, Sudhir, for joining us today. Mr. Anil Kumar M., past President and Advisory Board Member of the TKMCE UAE Chapter, who has also been a great supporter for this event. Please join us on stage, sir. Finally, and most important of all, I am delighted to welcome our chief guest of the day, Mr. Anup Ambika, who is the CEO of the Kerala Startup Mission in Kerala. We're absolutely proud and happy that Mr. Anup could join us amidst his busy schedule. Thank you, and may I ask you to please take your seats. I would also like to warmly welcome some of our special guests today who've traveled in. They're going to be presenting to us later and sharing their expertise and experience, and are clear industry thought leaders in their own rights. And in that respect, I would like to welcome Mr. Sajid Ansar, CEO and founder of Idea Spice, based in Dubai. Sarah Ronnie George, who's an independent consultant, and with her own company, Misha Leadership, is also here, traveled from India. So thank you for joining us, Sarah. We look forward to your sessions later on. I would also, on behalf of the TKMCE Alumni UAE, welcome and thank all our business leaders who will be presenting on behalf of their companies, as well as the entire TKMCE fraternity who have joined us today for the first ever BIZNET 2022. Last but not least, a warm welcome to our fantastic sponsors, without whom this day wouldn't have been possible. Our title sponsors, Smithline Reinforced Composites. Please give them a big round of applause. You will have displays on either end of the title sponsors and their establishments and the segments of business they're involved in. And so please do take your time to watch those videos. And of course, there's always representatives from these companies here that are also available to connect at any point of time. The main sponsors, Reka's Dental Care. Please give them a round of applause as well. And as always, our digital partners, WifeSoft Solutions, ably represented by Mr. Sajid Nair here. Without any further ado, let me now welcome Mr. Sajid Nair, Event Coordinator of BIZNET 2022, to deliver the opening remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Binsu. Good evening to all the distinguished guests, our TKMCE UAE alumni members, and all the others who are seated here. Idea of BIZNET, it was actually sown many years back. That's what I got to hear from our current president, Mr. Nujum Nawaz. But for some reason, it didn't take off. Maybe the time was not ripe. Fortunately, it has happened now, and it's great to see all the entrepreneurs of TKMCE alumni members and the senior professionals working in various organizations here, seated together. So what is this concept of BIZNET? As the name suggests, it's business networking. TKMCE Alumni Network. Basically, we always organize social, cultural events. But one thing that was missing, during such events, we always discuss, just share, laugh, have fun, and we just move on. But such a huge ecosystem that we have, which we have actually not utilized to the fullest. And that's where this idea of BIZNET has come in. The idea is basically to know what each others do professionally. What do they do? Where do they work? How can we help them? How can we gain? That's the concept of BIZNET. So many questions might arise. Can one such an event produce results? Definitely not. But this is just an event. This is just a beginning. And this is the first time that TKMCE UAE Alumni Network is organizing such a business networking event. But with the support of all the members of the entire TKMCE Alumni Network globally, not just UAE, we plan to take this global through an online networking platform. Through that platform, definitely, we'll always be able to connect, know what each others do, share thoughts, share ideas, and many things that can be done. Even for those people who are even out there looking out for a job. So it's a platform where you can give as well as gain. That's what all this is about. I'm not taking much time more. There are more other distinguished guests to speak. Thank you all, and thank you all for being here. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Mr. Saji, for driving this from its concept to the stage. You've been a leading force behind bringing this to fruition.